Hello.
Hi. Ah, she's so cute. Look how cute her Fugi is, chat. Well, thank you for agreeing to do this with me.
Yeah, of course. I love teaching baseball.
Yay. Do you think, like, should I just, for you to get an idea of how little I know, should I start with telling you what I do know?
Sure. Yeah, I think that'd be good to we could fill in.
Okay. So these are words that I think I know.
Okay.
Evie also has some words. Strike.
Okay, yeah. That's a good one to know.
Home run.
Yes.
Umpire.
Yes.
Hello, inning. Kind of understand what an inning is.
Okay.
I've heard foul ball, but I don't really know what that means.
Okay. That's good though. You know some terms, and those are very, very important ones. So that's good.
I know that there's a first base, a second base, and a third base.
Yes.
A pitcher.
Do you know what the last one is called?
Wait, there's a last one? I thought there was only the 3.
There's 4.
Oh, wait, home base?
Do you know what the last one is called? Yeah.
Let's go!
There you go.
Okay, and that's pretty much all that I know.
And then you said pitcher and catcher. Is that who you said?
Yeah, pitcher, batter. That's all I know.
Okay.
Pitcher, batter. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. This is good. This is a good start.
This is a good base start. Okay.
Do you know like what any of those are? Like I know you know the name, but do you know what they are or they do or like what they're for?
Yeah, like I understand like what a batter would do. I understand like the pitcher. Okay, so I reckon like the pitcher is pitching and trying to get you to not be able to hit the ball. They don't want you to hit the ball, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's base. And like bases, I kind of understand like you hit the ball and if somebody hasn't caught it or touched you or whatever with the ball in their glove, then you're safe at a base if you get to one of the bases, yeah? And you just wait there.
Yeah. Okay, so you got like a good like
but like really otherwise I don't really know much else outside of that.
Okay, that's a good start. You get the gist of it already, which is good. That's good. That's easy to work with. Okay, let's see. How should we start this? I guess we could start with like, okay, so baseball, the highest level of baseball in the US is called the MLB.
Okay, yeah.
It's the same thing as like NFL, NHL, MLS, all of those, same thing. It's this highest level. And of course there's like ones outside the US, like the NPB and the KBO, but like that's not important right now. So you have the MLB. There are 162 games played in a season, which is a lot.
That's a lot
because I think
games.
Yeah, I think the next highest for like sports is like 86, I think, games. I think that's hockey. So there's or 82, 86, one of those two. So it's a lot. So you get baseball like basically every single day.
Okay.
And then the baseball season is from like the end of March, early April, all the way into October, sometimes November.
Okay.
And then you have your postseason stuff. So that's like when you're trying to get the World Series, the postseason games. And you have like what's called spring training, which is like your preseason kind of stuff.
Okay.
So we get baseball basically all the time.
All year. That's actually
all
awesome.
Year.
Yeah.
With the exception of like December and January. So you get a lot of baseball.
Yeah.
So that's that. Do you have any questions so far, or did you just want me to talk? Because I could like, if I don't know if it's easier if you like ask me a question and I explain it to you, or if I just start talking. Because I could talk forever.
I love it. And if there's anything I'm confused about, or if I have to like want to interject with a question or something, I'll just be like, wait, looks like I have a question. So yeah, you could just yap at us. There's a lot of people. I think there's people in my chat too that aren't super. There are some sports buffs in here, but there are some people that are also learning as well. So I think that'll be like great for them as well. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. So, I guess I should talk about the objective of baseball, right?
Yeah.
Some of this can get a little complicated because I can't visually show you, so I'm gonna have to like explain it the best I can.
Okay.
It's like all sports, it's very visual, so it may sound confusing. Okay, so in baseball, the objective is to score runs. We do not say points. You do not score points in baseball.
Okay.
If you say points, I'm gonna go cry in the corner. So
Scoring
keep in mind,
runs.
scoring runs. You not
Okay.
score points, you score runs. It's the same thing, we just don't call it points.
Okay, gotcha.
To score a run, basically, you have a batter. He's the one with the baseball bat. And they have a pitcher who's on the other team, and the pitcher is trying to, like you said earlier, not let the batter hit the ball. They want to get the batter out, whether it be striking them out or by hopefully they hit it and someone else catches it before it hits the ground. Someone said, how many points is a run worth? It's always 1. So every time they cross home, that's 1 point. So, oh my god, you said point. Run.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to explain it like really easy. I just said
failed
point.
the test.
I know, I'm a bad teacher. But yeah, so every run is 1. So like for example, so if you hit a home run, right?
Yeah.
And if you're the only one, like there's no one on base, that's 1 run.
Okay.
If there's someone on say first base and then you hit a home run, that's a 2-run home run because you came home and the person on first came home.
Okay. Wait,
Same
I have a
first
question.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody's on like first or whatever, what is it, first? And you hit a home run, meaning like the ball, what is a home run? Like the ball goes into the stands or like...
Yeah. So basically it leaves the, like, I guess playing field. It leaves the field.
Okay.
Whether it goes like out of, like, into the stands, with the exception of the fouls. If it goes like, so there's 2 foul poles. And then there's foul lines. If you hit a ball, but then it goes into foul territory, that's foul. It doesn't count. So if it goes into fair territory and it like leaves the park, leaves the field, whatever, that's a home run.
Okay,
and you
gotcha.
automatically get to come home no matter what.
And do you have to like, so say you hit it, your friend, your buddy, your teammates on first, they still have to run. You both still have to run around the bases and go back home? Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
if it's a home run, like you don't have to like rush to home or anything. Like you shouldn't like take your time because that's a little bit disrespectful.
Right.
You still have to, like, it's kind of a thing where you have to touch the bases no matter what.
Okay, got it.
That's just a thing. You have to touch it, otherwise it won't
Okay.
count. But yeah, so like you both kind of just like come home. If you say the batter hits the ball and it goes over the second baseman's head and it drops, right? And you have someone on first base. So the first baseman now has to run to second, assuming it like wasn't caught.
Okay.
Because if a ball is hit and it's caught before it hits the ground,
Yeah.
they are out. And you get 3 outs in an inning. And so
Okay.
once you reach 3 outs, the teams switch. So then the people who are defending are now trying to hit and vice versa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And every inning. So there's 9 innings. I'm like jumping all over the place. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Hopefully it's making sense.
Yeah,
but
my ADD brain, this works for my ADD brain.
okay, good. Because I'm the same way, and just the way I explain it. But yeah,
9
so
innings?
like... There are 9 innings
Okay,
game.
I'm
So
writing that
unlike a lot of other sports, it's not timed. It just goes until the team gets 3 outs and then they switch.
Oh, so it could go on for a really long time.
Yes.
Ooh,
So
okay.
they have done things to try and speed up games because games can be like 3 hours long.
Right.
For example, they added the pitch clock, which means the pitcher only has a very short amount of time to like actually pitch. Some pitchers have like a big wind up to get ready to throw the ball and it can take a while. They're just trying to prevent people from taking forever.
Okay, that's smart.
It's fairly new, so now people who are not into baseball have an easier time watching it and getting into it because you're not sitting there for 3 or 4 hours, you know?
Right. So is a home run, like, is that really common? Like, is there almost like a home run or like one or more in like every game? Is it kind of like hard to get, like hard to do?
It's hard to do, but it's really common, if that makes sense. Like, it's a hard thing to achieve. Like, it's good if you do it, but like, it's not, it's very common. You'll see it like, I don't want to say once every game, but it would not be surprising if that happened. So yeah, it's pretty common. Something like hitting so something that's harder than a home run is hitting like a triple, for example. So in baseball, if you hit the ball and it's not, someone doesn't catch it, so it drops. If you go to first safely and you stop there, that is a single. If you, in the same place, so say you hit the ball and it drops and you make it all the way to second without stopping, and then you get to second, you stop, that's a double. Get to third the same way, that's a triple. Triples are very difficult to do. And then if you are able to get from home all the way back to home in the same play, like say the outfielders like mess up or something and they like don't throw it in when they're supposed to or whatever, and you get all the way home, that's called an inside the park home run. Because you went all the way around. So the ball never left the park, but you still made it back home in one single at bat, you know.
Okay.
And then there's also a grand slam, which is where you have three people. Yeah. That's where you have three people on base and then the batter hits a home run and all four of you come home.
Okay. Ooh,
so that's pretty uncommon, but it happens, you know. But it's
so hype.
It's cool
if that happens.
Oh my god, it's so hype.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
How do what determines team switching? You mentioned one thing, but like, is there anything else? Like, how do the teams switch stuff up?
Okay, yeah. So there's only one way that teams end up switching, and that's so you have your offense and your defense. Your offense are the ones trying to score, so they're the ones hitting the ball, trying to come home, score runs. And then you have your defense, so the people that are pitching and trying to prevent that. To retire a side or basically like switch is the offense. They have to get out 3 times. So like the defenders, for example, will catch a ball, that's 1 out. And then say they ground out, like a batter hits a ball in the infield, and then the second baseman throws it to the first baseman before the batter gets there. That's another out.
Oh, wait.
And
infield, what's that? There's also outfield, right?
Yeah, so there's the infield and the outfield. The infield is like where the dirt is and the base paths. That's where your first, second, third baseman and shortstop are, and your pitcher and your catcher.
Yeah.
Your outfielder is all the big grassy area where you have the 3 people in the back. So your left fielder, center fielder, and right fielder.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so basically to switch sides, the defense has to try to get the offense out 3 times.
Okay.
And it keeps going until 3 outs happen, and then they switch.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Gotcha. And then, so yeah, like your first, I'll mention the positions and where they're at. Okay. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. Pitcher is the one who stands in the middle on what's called the mound. That's like the little circle in the middle. You have your catcher, who is between the umpire at home and the batter. Then you have your first baseman at first base.
Sorry, who is in between the umpire and batter? A catcher?
That's your catcher, yes.
What do they do?
So the catcher, so their main job is the pitcher has to throw the ball to the catcher, basically, essentially is like the easiest way to explain it.
Yeah.
Without, obviously, the idea is not to let the batter hit the ball.
Right.
But the catcher catches it. But yeah, they're the guy that you see that's like in that gear that's like crouched down, usually behind the batter, but in front of the umpire.
That was the umpire. Oh, okay.
No, gotcha. So the umpire is the guy who stands behind him.
Right.
At home, the home umpire, his job is to call balls or strikes.
Oh,
I'm going to come back to that in a second because that's a whole other thing. So just keep that in mind, balls and strikes. So you have your catcher there. You have your first baseman at first, second baseman at second, third baseman at third. Your shortstop, they're a player who stands in between second and third. Mm-hmm. They usually play kind of around second base though. So like that's, they're just another infielder. And then your outfielders is your left fielder who is in left field, right fielder in right field, and center in center field. So they're mostly self-explanatory. Going back to the umpire thing, I'll mention really quick, there is an umpire at every base. So when at home, first, second, and third. So the home base umpire, so there's something called the strike zone. So if you're ever watching a baseball game on TV, there's like a little square you see like in front of the batter, and then you see the pitcher trying to throw like in that square, basically. That's called the strike zone. It basically is like what determines a ball to be a ball or a strike. And I know it gets confusing because I'm calling something a ball, I'll get to that in a sec.
Okay.
So a strike, there's a few ways like a strike happens. So like a strike, for example, is the batter swings and misses. That's like the easiest, most common way.
Yeah.
Is swing and miss. A strike can also happen if the ball is thrown in the strike zone, but the batter does not swing at it, but it is in the square. So if the batter doesn't hit that or like swing at that, but it's in the square, then that's also a strike. And then also, this is not like the biggest thing, but I'll mention anyways. if you so say you don't have any strikes yet.
Yeah.
By the way, you have 3 strikes, or else
Right.
you're out.
At the old ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You get it.
Get it.
So yeah. So fouls. This is when this comes into play. So if you don't have any strikes, for example, if you foul off a ball, so basically you hit it into foul territory and it's like not caught, the first 2 times that happens, those are strikes. After that, you can foul off a ball like infinitely, like as many times as you want or can.
Mhm.
And it does not count as a strike. So like your last strike can't be the result of a foul ball unless like you hit it up in foul territory and someone catches it, then it's out. But you can't like strike out because of a foul ball, you know?
Got it. Okay.
And then what I was talking about earlier, a ball. So not the literal ball, but a ball is when the pitcher throws the ball outside of the strike zone and the batter does not swing at it. So like if it's outside of that square and the batter doesn't swing, that's a ball.
Okay.
And if you get 4, so if the pitcher throws 4 balls without you like swinging at any of them, then you get to do what's called a walk. And that means you automatically get to go to first base.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I remember that from somewhere deep in my brain. Okay. Yes. Because it's like it's the pitcher pitching it badly or whatever, and you're not reacting to it. If you reacted to it and miss, that's like a strike, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Once it's explained that way, that kind of makes more sense. Yeah. So you can get 3 strikes and 4 balls.
3
and that's called
balls.
So that's called the count. So like someone could throw a strike, but then they throw a ball, and then your count is 1-1. So 1 strike, 1 ball.
Right.
But then say the pitcher throws 3 more balls, then you walk. So
you get to walk regardless. Okay.
Yeah. And then a full count is when you have 2 strikes and 3 balls, because the next pitch will determine if they walk or they strike out.
Okay.
Or if they hit the ball and that happens. But, you know, assuming they don't hit it, then that's,
I have a question. I hope this
Yes.
So I've seen like in movies, like Sandlot is like one of my favorite movies. And like I've seen some baseball movies where like, I guess it would be the pitcher then, not the umpire, is like, you know, secretly given some symbols or signs or whatever. Are they doing like you should pitch this kind of way?
Yeah, so that's what the catcher does. So the catcher, they don't do it so much anymore because of what's called the pitch comm, and I'll explain that in a second. So the catcher, they like I said, they don't do this as much like anymore. But so you'll see them kind of put their like hand in front of their legs, and they'll make like like signs with their fingers, basically. What's happening is that he's telling what kind of pitches to throw. Like he's telling the pitcher what pitches to throw, and that's based on like the batter's like weaknesses or tendencies to swing at a certain ball or like strike out on a certain ball, things like that. So basically he's just telling the pitcher, hey, throw this ball because this guy's not going to hit it or whatever. And the pitcher can like, he can say yes or no, but yeah. And then now we have what's called the pitch comm though, which is where instead of physical signing, they have like a little like electronic thing. They just like push a button and the pitcher can hear it in his ear. Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. So there's that. So you don't really see it like too much in person of them physically signing anymore. But sometimes it happens like if the pitch comm messes up and they need to go back to normal signing. It's still a thing. Like they need to know.
So they're allowed to do it.
Yeah. But right now it's just so much easier to use the pitch comm. They just push a button and it tells them what to do.
Crazy. Okay, I had no idea that was a thing. That's cool.
That was like I guess because they like focused on it in the movie, but that's a very subtle thing to pick up on in actual games.
Oh,
but guys, this is basic stuff. We don't need to talk about foreign substances.
Foreign substances? What the heck?
Yeah, so like foreign substances, it's illegal in baseball.
Cocaine.
Not like drugs, but sometimes like there was a few issues where like a pitcher would put like spider tack or something on the ball or their hands.
What?
It gives a better grip on the ball.
Whoa,
so they can throw it better. And that's illegal.
And that's not allowed.
And sometimes they'll try and sneak it in. They'll like put it on like the brim of their hat underneath, and then they'll adjust their hat, but really they're putting it on their fingers.
What? That's so
Or-
sneaky.
Or in their belt. Now, because it was an issue for a while, like the umpires will actually come out and like test their hat. They'll look at their belt, they'll check their gloves, everything just to make sure.
They need a
But yeah, so
they need a spider whatever grip sniffing dog on the field.
yeah, so they test for that because it became an issue for a while. Like it was actually a thing.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
good
just
to
like
know.
cheating in baseball. Yeah,
Cheaters,
so that's
man.
yeah.
Oh, somebody said that if you get caught, it's. I was gonna ask like what happens when you get caught. Like, are you just like
Yeah,
benched, or you
so-
you get 10-game suspension? Whoa, fair enough though. That's what you get.
Yeah, so there's like a few ways you can get out. I mentioned one of the ways is like striking out, obviously. Another one is like you hit a ball. So if you hit a ball, a pop up or a pop out in the
Yeah.
infield, it like goes up really high
Oh, okay.
and like lands in the infield. If someone catches that, that's called a pop out or a pop up. They just it's an infield
Okay.
one.
Yeah,
If
I
it
was
goes
is it also called a pop fly? Because I remember when we used to like just goof around in like a field as a kid. If we hit it up really high, we'd call it a pop fly. Is that kind of the same thing?
a pop
maybe it's
up, so it's you're combining a pop up or a pop out and a fly out. So the fly out is in the outfield. So if it goes out more deeper out there.
Okay.
But like, yeah, it's basically a pop thing. It like pops up like really just little simple, in the infield.
Yeah.
And then if it's in the outfield, it's referred to usually as like a fly out. There's like different types of stuff and it gets more complicated, so I'm not gonna like mention that.
Okay.
Basically just hitting the ball up and then someone catches it before it either leaves the park, which is a home run, or someone catches it, which is just an out. Another way you can get out is if, for example, I mentioned a ground out earlier. So like a batter will hit the ball and it'll go like say it'll like roll towards the second baseman. So it hit the ground. The second baseman or the shortstop, whoever's there, can grab it. They can and say there's a runner on first and they're running towards second while the batter is running towards first. So if the ball, so say the second baseman gets the ball and they touch the second base before the runner gets there, he's out. And then he throws it to first before the guy gets there, then he's out. That's like a double play, for example. But basically touching the base before they get there, that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so basically they have the ball, they touch the bag before the runner gets there.
Yeah.
Out. So there's something called stealing.
Oh,
So
stealing,
say
like,
there's
a base or whatever.
Yeah, stealing a base. So
Okay.
say there's a runner on first and the pitcher is about to throw the ball, like he's in his windup, he's getting ready to throw, and the guy on first just takes off running towards second.
Ooh.
And like he just goes for it.
Yeah.
And then say he gets there and the pitcher doesn't or the catcher doesn't throw the ball and gets him out and he gets there
get him out.
safely.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
stole the base.
Oh, that's cool. Does that happen a lot?
It's fairly common, yeah.
That's honestly
it's-
crazy because that means like the pitcher, it has to be like while he's so focused on figuring out what to pitch to the batter, he's also got to be aware if anyone's on the
Yes.
bases and trying to steal. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's
okay.
it can you have to be pretty fast to do it. Like
Yeah.
not just any player can do it unless something really messes up.
Yeah. Are you
but
allowed
like-
to yell? Like it'd be like, he's trying to steal the base.
Yes. If they
can?
see them taking off, you'd be like, "Runner!" Like, like
Oh, okay.
yeah. If you're ever watching me play MLB The Show and and like say the other team is, you'll hear them go runner, and they're running. So it tells the pitcher and the catcher like throw to second. Usually it's like by the time the pitcher throws to the catcher is the one who tries to throw them out.
Okay.
But sometimes the pitcher can do it. When a pitcher does it, like say they're like standing there and they see someone, like they can do what's called leading off, which is where the bat or the runner is like kind of standing a few feet away from the bag. They can the pitcher can like throw to like first, for example, to try and get him out before the batter can get back onto first. Or the runner, I mean. That's called a pick off attempt. So like a runner or a pitcher can like pick off someone. So like try to, if they think they're gonna steal, they can try and get him out before they can actually try stealing. It's not the most common thing. Most of the time the batter the runner will be able to get back to the base they're on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so That's another way. I'm not teaching pitch types. I can barely identify pitches myself.
I think that's one thing too, is like next kind of thing that I could do is like fire up some kind of baseball game and just try to like play a little bit. I might be like a chicken running around with its head cut off, but it's probably a decent way to learn. Do you have any suggestion of any baseball games out there that would be like the best to kind of start off with, that would be like, would maybe be the easiest for a brand new person to learn?
So MLB The Show is like the main baseball game. Okay. The problem is that it can be really hard.
Yeah.
But it's the most like realistic. There are like more fun ones you can do that. It the same like rules apply. So like it's not like you have to play the show to know what's going, you know. But if you want like the most like realistic one, then I would say The Show, although The Show is pretty hard.
Okay.
But I guess if you like if you genuinely want to learn baseball and like get used to how baseball works and stuff and start to understand everything, I would say The Show.
Okay.
Otherwise, like literally any other game is fine. You know, your backyard baseball, your super mega baseball, like any of those are fine.
Okay.
But if you want to like really get to know baseball and you're really serious about it, I would say MLB The Show. Okay. Just don't play online ranked, because then you'll want to throw yourself out the window. Like I do every single day.
Online ranked. Okay. No.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Okay. Good to know.
Sacrifices. I guess I could explain sacrifices. Yeah, I guess it's pretty basic. So, say there is a runner on third, and the batter hits the ball, and an outfielder catches it. This is where like the whole like tagging up thing happens. But basically, the batter is out, but now that runner at third can come home, and so they like drove in a run, but they're out. But the runner came home safely. So basically, they got themselves out, but it also made them score.
Oh, because because they can be. Okay, wait. I'm trying to think of what. So the guy can go home because Buddy caught the ball, so the batter's out. But if he doesn't throw it and get the third guy out, he can go home, or the third guy can just go home no matter what.
So this is like this is so hard to.
Yeah.
So we have a runner on third, and then we have the batter. The batter, say he hits a ball, and the right fielder catches it, for example.
Yeah.
Now that runner on third is allowed to proceed to go to home and score.
Okay. Oh, all right.
So the batter is out, but the runner at third can go home and score.
So they just get to okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and it's called a sacrifice because they got out, but it let but it let the person score. And then that's when we can start covering like basic stats. But that's like a whole other thing. I don't know if that's like necessary, but yeah, so that's what like a sacrifice is. That's tagging up, things like that. It's not like it's not something I ideally would start talking about straight to someone who doesn't know anything about baseball, but yeah, that's I guess a thing you can mention.
Okay.
It happens pretty often, I guess, enough to mention it and bring it up. Yeah, exactly what someone says. Basically, exchanging a player for scoring a run.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, also each point, like, is that goes toward like the scoreboard whenever you get a point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So every time you come home, you score a run, and then that's like the score.
Okay. Gotcha.
So say the Dodgers came home 4 times, they have 4. That's their points, And then if I had like points is like the only way that like schlumped. I have to say points because I feel like it makes the most sense in the context of this.
Oh right. Wait, what's the proper word?
Runs.
My bad. Okay, runs.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Or like
I said point too. So
okay, got it. Okay.
But yeah, so a run is a point. That's the score. So
run is a point.
Dodgers.
Okay.
Yeah, the Dodgers score 4 runs. That's 4 points. The Guardians score 2 runs. That's 2 points, technically.
Okay.
And so the score would be like 4-2.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it like make sense. To not just you, but to other people as well.
Yeah.
Wild pitch. Actually, Violet talked about a violet pitch or a wild pitch earlier. when they like don't throw in the zone, they kind of just like throw kind of randomly everywhere, and it's kind of
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
Sometimes people can score on a wild pitch too, but that's a whole other thing. So like if the say the pitcher like throws like way above the catcher's head and there's a runner on third, he can come home and score.
Okay.
Assuming the catcher doesn't get there in time. ERA, that's a stat. Do you want to know stats?
Sure, why not?
Okay. I'm going to mention very, very, very basic stats that you are absolutely going to see. You kind of can't, it's really hard to have a conversation about you know, in baseball without mentioning certain stats.
Okay.
So
no, it's
ERA.
math? Yeah, I'm out. No, I was just kidding.
You don't have to do any math though.
Okay.
I'm gonna be able to explain it really easy.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
You don't have to do math. So I won't even say how you get the stat. I'm just gonna say what it is.
Okay.
So like ERA is a stat for a pitcher. All you have to know is that the lower a pitcher's ERA is, the better.
Okay.
So it means earned run average or whatever. So it's basically like how many like runs the pitcher allows.
Okay.
So like basically how many times they let someone else score.
Okay.
Which if it's really high, that's really bad because that means they're constantly letting people score.
Right.
But if they have it really low, then that's good. Like that's really good. You want that to be low because that means you're not letting people score.
Right. Okay.
So that's all you need to know is that like with ERA, a pitcher's ERA, the lower it is, the better it is. And usually an ERA will look like 2.50 or something like that. Like something like that, just something random. There's something called the slash line. The slash line, that's how you it's a very easy way to look at a batter's performance, offensive performance.
Okay.
So it's consisted of the batting average. Batting average is basically how many times you get on base. So I feel like it's important to mention that here, a hit in baseball, it's not when you literally hit the ball. A hit in baseball is you get to like a base safely. Like you hit the ball and you make it to first, second, or third safely. That's what a hit is. So you have to get on base safe. That's basically what it is. And that ties into batting average. So that's how many times you do that per ever, like how many at-bats you have. That's a whole other thing. Don't worry about that. The higher the batting average, the better.
Sorry.
Oh, do you know Jeter?
I know, like, literally, I know maybe 3 baseball guys, and I know who Jeter is because my cousin, so I'm Canadian, but my mom's from New York, and my family, like her side of the family, lived in New York for a super long time. And my cousin was like a massive Yankees fan, and she was like obsessed with Jeter. And I go into her room, and it was like every single space of like wall was covered in Jeter posters. So that's the only reason why I knew who that guy was. And he has nice eyes.
Fair enough.
He's got pretty eyes. Anyway, so that's I know Jeter.
Okay, that's good though. That's good. So yeah, so your batting average, basically the higher the number, the better. Okay. Just know that. So I need to. So just remember, ERA, the lower the better. Batting average, the higher the better. The higher the better. I honestly don't really need to mention the other parts. The slash line. I don't think it's that important. That's like your OBP. That's on base percentage. That's just how many times you get on base, no matter what, regardless of how it happens. That like includes like other stuff, whatever, blah, blah. Unimportant. And then your slugging percentage, that's just like how they measure a batter's power. Not important.
Slugging, okay. Oh yeah, like when people are like, nice one, slugger. What the heck does that mean?
That's just a little nickname.
Okay.
That's a separate thing.
Okay.
Should I explain war, guys? Should I explain war? I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
Holy.
No, war is another stat that like some people like use and some people don't, and it's really confusing sometimes to try to explain at least.
Okay.
But it's also like everyone has to bring it up, even though it's really not that important.
Gotcha. Okay.
I can mention it, guys. Should I say it? Okay. War. Okay, I gotta be careful how I explain this so it makes sense.
Conflict usually between two.
So war means wins above replacement. Okay. And what it means is, okay, so say you have someone who has a 0 war. If that player were to be replaced by a different player from like the minor leagues, for example, and that like, how do I explain this? It's easy in my head, but I don't know how to say it out loud. It's a useless stat in my. It's kind of useless. I feel like. But yeah. So say you replace the. You can explain it better than I can.
Okay. So what she was saying, if somebody has 0 WAR, if they were replaced by somebody in the minor leagues, by that I mean like the AAA team, which is the highest minor league team, if somebody from that team went up to the major leagues, and that guy who was in the major leagues went down into the system, and he had a 0 WAR, nothing would change. You'd get no extra wins and you get no extra losses. It would just be a moot point.
It basically is like how many wins a player like contributes to a team,
right?
Like, and then if they were to be replaced by someone, would it go up or down?
Like Mike Trout, he has like 50 to 80 WAR. I don't remember what he has. That means he alone has contributed enough for 50 to 80 wins during his career by himself.
Oh, okay, got it.
And if you were to get sent down to the minors and somebody replaced him, there would be way less wins because of how effective he is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically how valuable a player is, essentially. That's like the simplest way to explain it is how valuable a player is.
Okay, here's a question. Replacement. Can they, so you know how like you get drafted or whatever in most sports and like you're on the team for the rest of like you're stuck there. Is that the same? Like you can't get replaced like during the season? Does that have to be during like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, it happens all the time.
Oh,
so
really? Like throughout you can just replace people literally like no matter what point of the season it is, like people could just, oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so what happens? So in the MLB, we have the minor league system. Yeah. And the minor league system, so there's single A, double A, triple A, basically, as simple as, that's basically what players go through. It's a system that helps them work their way up. Yeah. And it kind of like develops them and, trains them. It's still professional baseball, but at the simplest form, it's just how they develop and train to get to the MLB.
Right.
For example, my favorite player, Tyler Freeman, he is now on the Rockies. He was playing for the Rockies for a while, but then say he was doing pretty badly and they just had someone else that like could fill his spot and he, they sent him down to the minor leagues and called up a player to replace him basically.
Crazy, like,
and it happens all the time.
You could do that. That's crazy.
All the time.
Think of it like
literally,
F1. Like you have your driver. You can't, unless they're like sick or whatever. You can't just draft a new driver. You have to wait till the end of the season, right? And like, contracts and all that are a thing. So like, you can't just change people from F1 like at any given time, like on your team. Yeah. So that's interesting that you could just kind of do that whenever the fuck.
It happens pretty. Oh, I don't care.
That's interesting. That's very.
But it happens like a lot. Yeah, it also happens with when there's injuries as well. So like injuries, performance, things like that. So like for example, Quan.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like, does that also mean that you could literally poach somebody from another MLB team at any point? Like if somebody was like, we have $1 billion more that we want to give you, Ohtani, if you want to come to our team. Can he just do that? Or is there like a contract where it's like...
That's a little different. That's when like, trades get involved. That's different from like sending down a player up and down. That is like there are typically special times, but they like how Treon said, they are contractually tied.
Okay, gotcha.
That's a whole other thing, but within the team. So like the Guardians, for example, can send their players up and down their minor league system and major league, like whenever they need to.
Okay.
But like it's not like, oh, let's send down Will Brennan to the minor leagues, but then let's send Jose Ramirez randomly to, I don't know, the Dodgers. Like it's just not, it's like within your team.
Okay.
Trades are a different thing.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so
like it's a Wild West over there in the MLB, but that makes sense. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, but that does happen pretty often. Yeah, they're talking about the more specific stuff, like free agency and all that stuff, but that's not, not that important to know at the moment. Just it's just good to know that like it's not uncommon for like my favorite player, Tyler Freeman. He is not the best player in the world, and so he would get sent up and down all the time. So like I would go, and it can happen with injuries as well. If they get hurt, they can also get sent down and like have to like kind of like gradually get back up to the majors just to kind of, not, hurt themselves further. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
That's another reason they can get sent up and down.
Got it. Okay. I have one more.
Trades are more
question,
rare.
I guess. It's kind of going back to actual like the game, but like, so what is winning based on? Is it based on a certain amount of runs, or like how is a win determined?
So a win is determined by whoever has more runs by the end of the game. So by the end of the 9 innings. Mm-hmm. Now, it's important to note that they can go into extra innings. So say like we get to the 9th inning, that's the last inning, and it's like 1-1, and no one scores in the 9th. Then you go into extra innings. And at that point, it's basically whoever can like if they score, that's essentially that's how it works. It can go into extras. Basically, keep going until someone has more. There's like no ties.
With hockey, same kind of thing.
Yeah,
but no ties.
But it like just keeps going. Yeah, there's no ties in baseball. It can happen in spring training. I hate it. I hate ties. Yeah. But that's spring training, so it's not important. Exactly. Yeah, a game can theoretically go on literally forever until it's someone.
Oh, okay.
Now what they do is when there's extra innings, they will automatically put a runner on second. When you're on second, you are in what's called scoring position. That's means you can score if, batter does some good stuff. But yeah, so when you go into extra innings, you have a runner on second automatically.
Okay.
Just to kind of help speed it up and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always trying to make it faster. Eventually the game's gonna be like 10 minutes long, but whatever.
Crazy.
Okay. But yeah, so that's that. So basically whoever has the most runs by the end of the 9 innings, ideally, is who wins.
Okay, cool.
There's like more I can add on to that, but I don't think it's that important.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad because I feel like I went all over the place.
Okay, we covered so much. Just that's all right. I mean, I'm like there's so much to it. Like there's no way that we can learn it all, but like
and it's just something you have to like watch.
Yes, watch, play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. It's too bad that literally living in Canada, it's like one of them. Like we have the freaking Toronto Blue Jays, and that's it. Like it's not as popular here for sure. Like obviously hockey is like kind of our dominant big sport, but it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, a DH. I didn't mention a DH. Yeah. So that is actually important to know. So it kind of goes with technically goes with the conversation of like your positions. A DH he's someone on the team who is not doing anything defensively. So he's like pure offense and he just hits. He's not a defensive player. And it can change. Like some teams have like a DH or a designated hitter who like that's their whole thing. Sometimes they just will put a player in the DH spot because they're they want to give them a break, but like still use their offensive capabilities because for whatever reason, basically a DH takes the place of a pitcher in a lineup because a pitcher does not hit unless you're Shohei Ohtani. So that replaces the plate, like in a lineup, it replaces the pitcher.
Interesting.
Pitchers don't hit. Yeah.
Oh, here's one. What the heck is a bull pit or something? I remember Nags talking about it and trying to explain it to chat, but I was kind of like not paying attention. I was so far confused, so I didn't. But what is the bullpen? Is that right? Oh, bullpen. Okay, shut up, chat.
Bullpen. Yeah.
Bullpen. Okay. Sorry, chat.
That's basically your pitchers.
Oh, okay.
Your that's like the easiest way to explain what that is. Basically, your pitchers. It's like your
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just your pitcher. So there's more than one pitcher that you have.
Yes. Okay. So you have like different types of pitchers.
Okay.
There's a starting pitcher, and then you have your relief pitchers, and then like part of your relief pitchers, you have like your closers, for example. A starting pitcher is the pitcher who starts the game. They like are the first ones to pitch, and they'll pitch usually through a few innings, ideally like quite a few innings. unless they start sucking or something happens, whatever.
Okay.
Basically, a relief pitcher is any pitcher that comes out after the starter,
Okay.
essentially. And then you have someone like a closer, who is like their responsibility typically is to pitch like the last inning of a game, and they're ideally not. They're usually really good, and they shouldn't let any more runs score.
Okay. Save the best for last.
Yes,
thing.
essentially. That's like the easiest way to explain that. We're not talking about different ILs. Guys, basic, guys, basic.
They're getting excited.
I know. I'm surprised no one asked me to explain a balk, which I'm not gonna do.
A balk?
But, okay, the joke is that no one knows what a balk is.
Yeah, I do. It's when I get a massive bag of candy from the store. In bulk.
Yes. Yes. Yes, exactly. How did you know? That's crazy. You're the first person to ever know.
Nailed it. Okay, no,
Yeah,
for real,
but
what is it?
a balk, it's pronounced B-A-L-K. It's how it's spelled.
Okay. The C. No, sorry, I'm gonna shut up. I'm zipping go ahead.
It's okay. Basically, like, the joke is that no one knows what a balk is, but really it's just when the pitcher does something, and this can be determined by the umpire however they choose to. Like, if the pitcher is like in the middle getting ready to pitch and then they just kind of stop or something, or they stop doing whatever they're doing. It's like in a quote unquote like an illegal thing that the pitcher is doing. Essentially is like an easy way to explain it. Okay. Everyone says no one knows what a balk is because the umpires don't even know what a balk is, because sometimes things are randomly called a balk for no reason, or I don't know. It's
okay.
It's a whole thing. Angel Hernandez. Okay, I think Angel Hernandez is not in the MLB anymore. He was an umpire. I think it's important to note. I feel like you need to know who Angel Hernandez is because everyone makes fun of him. Okay. He is like the worst umpire to ever exist ever.
Okay.
He sucks.
Angel Hernandez. Said he's not playing anymore?
He's not. He wasn't a player. He was an umpire.
Oh, umpire. Okay.
And he sucked at his job.
He's not umping anymore.
Yeah, he retired recently.
Weird. Never mind. Okay.
I will say the number one thing you ever need to know ever, though, in baseball is that the Yankees suck and we hate the Yankees. That's all you need to know. If you're going to take anything out of this whole conversation, I hope it's that the Yankees are trash.
I'm writing that down. Yankees suck, but I did know that because my Oshi talks about that all the time, but I'll write it down anyway. Okay, Yankees suck. Got it.
Yup.
Got it. This is a good segue into one of my... Okay, well, first of all, wait. Back to Angel Hernandez. What made him the worst umpire ever?
Okay, so the home plate umpire, remember when I was talking about the strike zone earlier? So they are responsible everything. So they're responsible for like determining if like a ball is a ball or a strike, like calling it. Right. Sometimes a ball will be a mile out of the strike zone. The batter doesn't swing and he calls it a strike.
Oh.
Or vice versa. Like he's just as bad at his job, basically.
Okay.
That's basically what that is. So like he just sucked at his job.
Literally not calling the right things.
Yeah.
He was actually blind. Okay.
Like it was bad.
Okay.
Like I don't know how he had a job. I mean, I know how he had a job, but I don't know how he had a job. Like it's a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, next question also. Kind of in the same boat. If there were some clips that I should watch of like the most, I don't know, insane or like cool or crazy moments in the MLB, doesn't matter what year, like just throughout, what are like some things that I need to watch that would be like so cool to see?
I'm trying to think of anything in like particular, like a specific video I'm trying to think of. Really, I would just like go on YouTube and type in like craziest plays in MLB.
Okay.
Just don't like rely on that because that's like not what the average baseball game is gonna look like.
Yeah.
Just know that. Like, don't like expect that and then watch it and then be disappointed when that doesn't happen all the time. there's quite a few like very famous plays that have happened that are crazy fun stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm
don't
gonna write down
like
some of
I would
chat's
say just like
suggestions, too.
yeah, all of those, and then just like best baseball plays in the MLB, and like
Yeah.
best plays in MLB, and you'll find stuff.
Okay.
I can even send you videos if you want.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, just
Okay.
keep in mind that that's
Love
not.
Pop ASMR.
Do not watch 2016 after Rajai did. Are you a Cubs fan, Fago? Are you a Cubs fan by any chance? Is that why?
Chat's killing me. In one of the Air
Oh,
Bud
yeah.
movies, the dog plays baseball.
Oh.
Dead. I'm dead.
You do got to see Randy Johnson exploding a bird.
I have seen that. That's insane. I mean, that's like
Yes.
probably the only video I've ever seen like baseball wise is that one. That one's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
That was just
so
a
crazy.
that poor bird.
Poor bird.
You have to keep in
Wild.
mind that like pitches, at least nowadays, pitches are like 95 to 100 miles an hour, higher even. Like
That's like
I don't know
my
how
brain
fast.
can't even wrap around that. Like how
Yeah.
a human arm can throw that. Like that's crazy to me.
That's why hitting a baseball is considered one of the hardest things to do in sports ever. Because
'Cause it's
batters
so
have a
fast.
split second to react. So
Yeah.
pitchers are throwing anywhere from 80 to 103 miles an hour, you know, like
yeah.
huge numbers. And it's only getting faster because there's like fastballs and then there's called breaking balls, and a breaking ball is basically any ball that has movement.
Right.
And like at least what I've been noticing is that they're trying to do less breaking balls and more just as fast as you can throw it, which is
Yeah.
resulting in more injuries, but
Right.
whatever.
Freddie Freeman
Yeah.
walk-off grand slam. I'm writing that down. We
Oh, of
learned about a
course.
grand slam, chat. I know. That's cool.
Yeah.
So we'll watch that. Nice. I'm writing these all down, chat. I might not be commenting on them, but I'm writing down your suggestions and we'll watch that later. Awesome.
Heck yeah.
Cool. Knuckleballs. What's a knuckleball?
That's a pitch type.
Okay.
It's just there's like different types of pitches. Like I said, I'm
Right.
not gonna talk about those because even I can't identify pitches.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't have the place to talk about those, but
All good.
Yeah.
All good. Okay.
oh yeah, bunting. I didn't mention a bunt.
Bunting.
A bunt.
Oh yeah.
It's like you'll see a batter and they'll like put their bat sideways and like barely
Yeah.
tap the ball.
Yep. I've
That's a
seen
bunt.
that. Okay. And why
That's
do they
ideally
do that?
used. So that's usually used to try and move runners on the bases, like try and get them. That's ideally what it's, the main thing.
Okay.
It ideally barely goes anywhere, and then it's basically to move the runners essentially.
Okay.
That's like
Okay.
to get like if you have a runner on second, you want to get him the third, see
Yeah.
if you can bunt, and then it goes third.
So wait,
basically
so you
that.
bunt it because somebody has to like run all the way to grab the ball that close? or
Yeah,
something?
because ideally a good bunt will like not go very, or it'll go like say off to the left, like right by the foul line.
Right, okay.
But then like, and then they have to go scramble to get it. But by the time they grab it, someone's already moved to third, and there's already someone on
Right.
first, or that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Barry Bonds clip Ichiro throw to third. Oh, the Ichiro throw to third is great.
The which?
There used to be a player named Ichiro, and everyone loves Ichiro. It doesn't matter who you are, everyone loves Ichiro, and he was a phenomenal player. I mean, he's alive; he's not dead.
Okay.
He's a phenomenal player. He doesn't play anymore, but yeah, he's great, and he has some crazy stuff. Like you could just watch like Ichiro highlights, honestly.
Okay. Okay. Ooh,
Yeah.
Kitty, she wants to watch it. Throw to third. Okay.
Aw, little puppy.
Okay. Little Pepper. She's learning too.
Oh yeah, ballparks, they don't all have to be the same size. The the bases have to be the same and like the same distance and everything, and the mound has to be
Yeah.
the same distance of all of them. But like the
Yeah.
actual fields themselves don't have to be the same. So all baseball fields are pretty different
Okay.
visually. Like some have shorter like left field, for example, or or a longer right field or something. Something like that. It's
Okay,
just
gotcha.
yeah. Oh yeah, the seventh inning stretch. That's when everyone sings "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." That's what that's
Okay.
for.
Wait, but why the seventh inning? Because there's 9.
Yeah, there's 9 inning.
So
I actually don't know why it's the 7th. I don't know the history behind that.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm sure it's something I should know, but I honestly don't know it.
So
I
if
just
you're
know we do it.
at any game and you get to the 7th inning, is it almost assuredly that song
It
people
will
are gonna start
happen.
singing that? Okay.
It will
Interesting.
happen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just it doesn't matter what game you go to, when it's gonna happen.
Okay. There was I can't remember what Nags says they're called. Like he says they're little gremlins, like people that yell maybe like to try to get the attention of one of the players.
Oh, like people. Oh my god, what's the term called?
He just calls them
or like
little
heckling.
gremlins.
They're like heckling.
Like hecklers. Yeah, I thought there was a specific word he called them, chat, but I don't.
He might
remember.
have, but I don't think it's like a baseball term.
Okay,
He might have just been
okay.
calling them that. Oh,
Okay,
chirpers,
gotcha.
chirping's in
Chirping?
hockey as well.
Yeah. The other, like, one thing that I thought was kind of crazy is when I learned how much, like, Otani made. Because I think you even made a tweet about it a while ago, and I was like, what the heck? 'Cause I know,
yeah.
like, hockey, I know how much, like, people typically make in hockey, and I can't believe that, like, there's not really, like, a pay cap, is there, in baseball? Like,
No, that's why like
wild.
my idea of athletes being paid is so broken because when I see someone in baseball sign like a $50 million contract, I'm like, that's it.
That's
Like, what do you mean?
That's
Otani
wild.
and Juan Soto just signed like almost $1 billion contracts. Like, what do you
That
mean
is
$50 million?
absolutely wild.
But then other sports are like, oh, like 1 million, 2 million,
Yeah.
and it's like, what?
Yeah, I think
It's so broken for
hockey
me.
is like the highest paid is something like 12 mil maybe, or 14. I don't know exactly,
it's
but
pretty low.
that's so disparaging. But they do, like, there's a cap for sure. So it's
Yeah,
crazy
in baseball
that,
there
again,
is
that
no
baseball's just
cap.
like, no cap, baby. That's wild.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely wild.
There's also something, it doesn't exist in baseball, but people all like kind of been talking about it a lot, is the salary floor. That's like the minimum amount you can pay players and stuff and team can spend.
Oh, okay.
Because you'll have teams like the Dodgers who can spend billions of dollars, and then you have people that are very small teams who spend like
Yeah.
nothing basically.
Yeah.
And so it becomes very unfair almost,
No
you know,
kidding,
to like
yeah.
for this one team. And to be fair, a lot of these teams can spend a lot of money. They just won't.
Right.
Because they're stingy with their money.
Stingy.
Yeah.
Crazy. That is so interesting. Watch Moneyball.
Yeah.
I actually have seen that. I can't remember it, so I'll probably have to watch it again. Is that the one with like what's his name? Jonah Hill? Is that Moneyball? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'll have to watch that again. It's good. Jonah Hill, Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, and Brad
Okay,
Pitt.
got it. Okay.
Brad Pitt's gonna be in the F1 movie.
I know. I went and saw, what was I watching? Thunderbolts, the like new Marvel movie, which is shockingly good. And the F1 trailer played, and I got pretty stoked on it. Looks good.
What is your opinion on that? Because I know a lot of F1 fans are either really, really excited for it or really hating it.
Okay, so I can definitely see why people would hate it, but I am an unapologetic Drive to Survive person, like fan. Like that's how I got into F1, and I know that there's like people, you know, people are so gatekeepy with their like sports, right? Usually they're like, oh my god, you only learned about F1 through Drive to Survive, you're not a real fan. That stuff is like, shut up. Like,
I hate
the more
that.
fans the better, I find. Like, I'm so glad that it like, you know, turned me on to it, because like I do not watch any kind of driving sports stuff. Like the fact that Drive to Survive got me into it and like opened it up to more fans and made it like even way more popular than it is, I think is a good thing. So I could see how like maybe more gatekeepy like F1 people would be like weird about it or unsure. And I will say, yeah, like it seemed, I don't know. I could understand why people would be like a little
same,
about
for real.
For
like personally,
me,
I'm
like,
very excited. Like I want to see it really bad.
Exactly. For me, it's just more F1 content. I'm sure that I'm gonna enjoy it, and even the soundtrack.
Like, it's obviously fictional. It's obviously you know, just a movie.
Yeah,
like if you just set aside, you know, like yeah,
just for pure enjoyment, right? Just try to sit back and
Yeah.
enjoy it. Don't be sitting there like, oh, that's not right. That actually mathematically the drivers do this. Like, whatever. Just like try to enjoy it. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. I think it'll be good.
It
It'll be
looks
good.
really good.
Mm,
So
yeah.
I just saw someone earlier say it looks absolute terrible, but I personally
Yeah.
think it looks good. And that's just because I'm looking at it from like just as a movie standpoint. Like just as a movie, I feel like it would be really good.
Yeah.
And also Lewis Hamilton is one of the producers.
Oh, that's cool actually. That's really cool.
So we have an actual
I think
driver
it'll
at
be
least,
good.
you know.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be good. Well, I reckon this is probably a good place to like wrap it up. I gotta
Yeah,
say,
'cause I
thank
can't
you
think of anything
so
else.
much. Yeah, I've
Of
learned a lot.
course.
I've written down stuff. My homework, I think, is gonna just watch some clips. Maybe later, like some point of the subathon, I'll fire up a baseball game, and like play something. But yeah, I think this is a really, really, really great start. Definitely.
A good channel, by the way, is called Baseball Doesn't Exist. That's if you want to hear like stories about players and stuff.
Ooh,
That's
yes,
a good
yes,
one.
Yes. Baseball doesn't. That's like the one thing that like got me into Drive to Survive, where it's not necessarily like about the racing. It's the dynamic between teams. It's the like you're learning more about the drivers, and that I love that. So stories about players and all that kind of stuff, I find very, very like the lore. Yeah, I find that kind of stuff really interesting. Baseball
doesn't exist is really good for stuff like that. Like if you just and they're really interesting videos.
YouTube
Like if you just
channel,
want
you said?
yes, YouTube channel. So if you just want something like that, like that's a good one to go to. That's like my recommended to anyone who's looking into baseball is that channel. And then if you want to get more into the stats part, you have Foolish Baseball, but that's like I said, stats.
Okay.
So if you like numbers, but otherwise I wouldn't necessarily recommend at the beginning that.
Okay. That'll be later. Okay.
Yeah. That's down the road.
Okay.
And I am putting out the actually I don't want to self promo actually. Wait, I was gonna
No. Oh my god, please do.
It's related to this. I feel like that's why it's worth mentioning.
Teaching people video, yeah?
Yeah. So today I'm actually putting out a video teaching baseball, like how I just did now, but like a lot more organized and less confusing and with visuals. Basically what we discussed here, but just like much more organized and visual. So you'll like really like you'll remember what I told you now and then be like, oh yeah, and this is what it looks like what I was talking about.
I love that.
So,
Thank you again so much. Like I couldn't ask for a better teacher. You absolutely know your stuff, and I just see how excited you get about baseball. And like also again my Oshi, like he loves it, and I sit there and I'm like, what are you talking about? So I just really wanted to learn more, and yeah, I really, really appreciate it. And make sure you do go follow her if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for having me and taking on a student who has ADHD and is, I don't know, you did a great job. So
thank you. I
so
tried.
Yeah. Thank you.